you need tonight. A little something to whet your appetite, and it's gonna make you feel alright. Sweet Gravy and Carmen Kirk, check them out as they go to work. Congratulations on your new podcast. Now open up a can of whoop ass and blast, blast, blast. This is Angelo, and I hope you like this show. Wow. Yeah.
Ooh, welcome back to another episode of Sweet Gravy. We are here with the Pizza Queen today.
Don't
Pizza
say that.
Queen, why do you like pizza so much?
I don't. I do like Little Caesars though. Can't really go wrong with Little Caesars.
You can
It's
literally,
cheese,
whenever
bread, and sauce.
when Little Caesars is the option, I think that's what you made the wrong choice.
Well, I don't think so. I think Little Caesars is cheap, and I think it tastes good too. It's some of the best pizza I've ever
It's
had.
not the best pizza ever.
You, see, you are the pizza man. You like pizza. I told you in the beginning. I said, I think Little Caesars got some of the best pizza. And you was like, no, they don't.
Yeah.
I've been telling you that for years now. Little Caesars got the best pizza. But when we were in Portland, we couldn't get the Little Caesars.
It was
I was
too
like,
far away.
man, I wish we could get Little Caesars because they got the best pizza.
But it was like a 20-minute drive away, so by
Right.
the time you get it home, it would be cold.
Right. So I was like, yeah, whatever. Nobody wants cold Little Caesars. You got to eat it right
You gotta
away.
eat it right there.
Yeah. But I got the Detroit deep dish.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't get a regular hot and ready.
Right.
I got the good one.
You got a special.
I got a special pizza from Little Caesars.
Little Caesars
Oh, it was
pizza.
so good.
But I mean, we had Jets,
Yeah.
and you didn't think that was better than the Little Caesars?
No.
That's crazy.
They put a lot of toppings on there. Well, me and you eat different things on our pizza. I like just cheese and mushroom or just cheese. If I get pepperoni, I just kind of do it because you like pepperoni, but I don't care for it. But
you gotta have pepperoni on pizza.
you got all of these toppings, and they put so many toppings on it. The whole pizza tastes like and smell like green peppers.
Jets?
Yeah.
Or you're thinking Donatos?
Yeah, Donatos. Jets was
It's a Detroit style.
it's still not better than Little Caesars.
What?
It's just not. They pizza is made with science. You can't mess with that.
So which is better, 7-Eleven pizza or
No,
Little Caesars
Caesars.
pizza.
Little Caesars all day.
really?
Yeah, I think Little Caesars got good pizza, but I know a lot of people will disagree with that. But I'm pretty basic when it comes to pizza.
It's been nice because you've been we've pizza eating a lot.
Yeah,
You've been all about the pizza.
yeah.
Well,
I had
pizza.
a craving for it. It's so weird because I get a craving for like random stuff. So like, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna
So-
make sloppy joes.
Had like 3 pizzas this week. And
That's it. I'm off the pizza kick.
no,
I
we'll
don't
probably
want,
have pizza tonight too.
No, I don't want any more pizza.
No, we gotta have pizza tonight too.
No,
Just to close it out.
we doing chicken wings.
Chicken wings.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta have the WAP.
The what?
The wings and pizza.
Mm-mm.
I gotta get my wings and pizza. Wings, and pizza. The WAP, Carm. You never heard that song? From Lardy B?
Yeah.
It's a good song.
That don't make no sense.
Why?
So bringing that up, you was watching your. I don't know what it is with Kirk. I don't know if he put different shows on to like to be funny, but he been watching Lizzo a lot.
Well, you know,
You watched a lot of Lizzo over the last couple months.
they had that
I think you like it.
Amazon show, Watch Out for the Big Girls. And where she was trying to find background dancers. And, you know, we watched about maybe half of it until we were like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
We got to stop watching this. And
I gave up the first like
the first 10 minutes,
Yeah.
you're like, ugh.
yeah.
Not like, ugh, but ugh.
I mean, it's unhealthy to be that large. There's nothing funny about it. And I get her giving people who are bigger a chance, but like, I'm trying to lose weight now, and they just having fun with it. It's
Right.
like it's not fun,
Well, it was an exercise in acceptance.
right?
Right.
And that's the thing that everybody should be accepted. People shouldn't care about other people's bodies and stuff like that. At the same time, I don't have to watch a whole show about these huge girls.
Watch out for the big girls.
Yeah.
Well, so then that was maybe about a year ago, I would say. Maybe, well, yeah, definitely last year at least. Right.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, because it's the new year.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2023.
Continue.
Okay, and then HBO, the Hobo Max, they had the Love Lizzo documentary.
Mm-hmm. And she cried on it the whole time. She just cried about people not accepting her.
Well, it goes into
difficult.
how she was, her rise, kind of into success, and how she was about to make like a big pop, and then the pandemic kind of took some of those things away. But she's doing fine.
Right.
Doing just fine.
So
it seems like over dramatic, but I mean, at the time, it probably was.
She cries a lot, anyways, on social media and everything. Everybody got tired of Lizzo because in the beginning she came out and she was talking about how I ride for the big girls and like all these different things and like big girl power and all this. But then people start talking about her, and then when they start talking about her, then she's like, "Oh no, they're talking," and she start crying and saying it's not fair. But it's like, no, you're not supposed to cry. You're supposed to be like, no, like you can say whatever you want, but we out here winning. But she like let it get to her when it's like, okay, if I'm a big girl, I'm not looking up to her because she crying.
I want to be a strong big girl.
Right. Like she started off as a strong
weak
big
ass
girl.
big girl.
And then she started crying. What Ari Spears say? Ari Spears is a comedian. Anybody who don't know him, he said she looked like the shit emoji. Okay, that's me. But you gotta realize when you put yourself out there with this social media, people gonna say all type of stuff. So,
well, so they had the documentary. It was worth a watch, I would say. And then around New Year's, there was the Lizzo Live concert had come out.
So Kirk is still continuing.
I gotta get in on this concert, right? Like
she is a good. She's talented.
Yeah, her songs are catchy.
I like a lot of her songs.
Yeah, they're catchy. They're not bad. They're not the worst. And then, but she's dancing around, and it's the beginning of the concert. I think I only made about 10 minutes in.
She had just walked out in the concert. They had her with a tannish brown bodysuit with like red or purple or something sparkles.
Silver sparkles. Yeah.
All over her, covering those areas.
Like bedazzlements.
Yeah.
Over her private parts.
But for the most part, go
ahead.
She wore a bodysuit.
Yeah, she wore a bodysuit. So on like the wide shots, it looks like she's just wearing the bedazzles.
Right.
But she was actually like in a bodysuit.
Right.
And then they get a close up, and then like she's raising her arms. She
raised her arms the whole show.
She got some pit stains going on, and it's at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
I'd be so upset.
Like, because she's gonna watch that concert back and be like, "Oh my god, the entire concert I had huge." Hold on, how don't you feel that? Because I could feel if
a little wetness.
She had a lot of wetness.
Yeah, you feel it.
But what she just supposed to do? Stop the whole concert and say, "Hold on,
I need to wipe down."
Yeah.
Anybody else got a bodysuit for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at that point, that bodysuit was done for. And if she borrowed that outfit and didn't pay for it, you gonna owe them some money because you screwed that whole suit up. You know how these stars, they be renting, they'll rent stuff for one time because it's not like that she's gonna be wearing that outfit all the time. So they'll just rent pieces.
Right.
She can't get that back. She gonna have to pay for that because you sweat that whole thing out.
You bought it. Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. And then I was like, well, that's enough of that. No more Lizzo. And I'll tell you, those background dancers, I didn't see anybody from the show. I didn't see nobody.
So that whole show with them girls being like finding her background dancers, they wasn't even on the concert.
Even on the thing.
So I I'll go through once in a while. I'll get, just like I was on that pizza kick. Once in a while, I get on the Michael Jackson kick because he has so many great performances, and I'll just go down this rabbit hole of watching like all the Michael Jackson performances. And he did this performance with no, it wasn't his performance. It was a tribute to him. So the tribute was, and I think this was before he died. It was just a tribute for him. It was Luther Vandross. And what group is Nick Lachey in?
98 Degrees.
Yeah.
The Backstreet Boys.
97 Degrees. Oh,
Nick Lachey.
Nick Lachey and JC Chazé.
NSYNC.
NSYNC.
Backstreet Boys.
Justin Timberlake wasn't on there.
Okay.
Justin Timberlake is
the
NSYNC.
Backstreet Boys.
Okay.
AC. What did you say?
JC.
JC. Yeah, that's the Backstreet Boys.
Okay. I hope that's it because we could be wrong.
On it.
Yeah. Okay.
Tell me why.
Yeah. Okay. Stop. Okay. So they're on there, and then Usher. So it's Luther Vandross. Then their NSYNC is in the middle, or Backstreet Boys is in the middle.
Two of them.
Huh?
Two of them.
What you mean? No, it wasn't. It was the whole group.
Oh, the whole Backstreet Boys?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's Luther Vandross, and then the Backstreet Boys in the middle, and then it's Usher on the other side. They're singing, and Luther Vandross came out there like, y'all just not as good as me. And he just stole, once he starts singing, like, can't nobody on that stage keep up with Luther Vandross, not even Usher. Usher did a good job with keeping up, and you could hear, like, Nick Lachey and JC trying to, like, throw their stuff in there, but they were just kind of getting, like, steamrolled in the performance. Like, they wasn't able to, they just was not in comparison to, like, whoever put that together was crazy in the first place. They just didn't, like, it was just not even. And then, so at the end of the show, like, Luther Vandross, he sings the last of his notes, and he just, like, walks off the stage like, I'm done. And then, like, Usher and, like, Backstreet Boys, like, they give each other a hug, like, yeah, good performance. Not Luther Vandross. He's like, yeah, like, y'all lucky I did this, but I'm done now. And it is just so arrogant how he just knew how good he was and knew that, I gotta sing this with these young kids. I'll do it. But he showed up, he showed out, and then he just walked off the stage.
That was enough.
Yeah, when he came out, people start getting they all start standing up. Luther Vandross was a big deal when he was out.
Right.
People liked him. So yeah, they put him with Backstreet Boys and Usher. It was like, why y'all do that?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it's really weird. But Usher did keep up a little bit. With them Backstreet Boys, they ain't had no chance. They more poppy. You know what I mean? So how you gonna have pop singers up there with Luther Vandross? That don't even make sense.
Well, they wanted to be like a acapella group.
Yeah.
They didn't want to be. They try to say that they're not a boy band or like a pop band. That they're.
But y'all boys and y'all sing together,
Right.
so y'all boy band.
Yeah.
Even though y'all.
But they want to be better than that or
Yeah.
different than that. Better is not the word. Different.
Yeah, because Justin.
They don't want to be
Timberlake is-
pigeonholed into the boy band.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
They want to be serious
But
musicians.
they should have been like Justin Timberlake. He got out there and he did his thing. Justin Timberlake, and right now Justin Timberlake can work with anybody, put out music. JC Chazé, Nick Lachey, ain't nobody talking to them. No, he on there with Jessica Simpson. What was her name? Jessica Simpson. Like, he did a reality show with her. He had already fell off at that point.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. She
but
said,
JC was on America's Best Dance Crew.
Chicken of the Sea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because on the tuna fish can it says Chicken of the Sea.
It's the brand.
So she thought it was chicken,
Yeah.
but it's tuna.
Yeah.
At that moment, he was like, damn. She just said, my wife's so dumb, and she just embarrassed us on TV. I was like, oh, that stuck with her for so long. It's
Yeah.
people still talk about it.
Yeah.
It's, you don't think that's funny?
It is.
Yeah. Poor Jessica. She was just trying to be cool. That's it.
Yep. Oh well.
Yep. Oh well.
And then her sister Ashley Simpson. She
Got caught lip syncing.
got caught lip syncing, and then on Saturday Night Live, and then she started to like do this weird like dance once her song started to play, or a different song than she was supposed to play. And she was like, "I'm like, what is she doing?"
But So when you hear the backstory to that whole situation, they were like, she can hold a note and sing a song.
Right.
It was just the music and stuff got messed, like something got messed up that was out of her control,
Right.
and she got caught out there looking stupid.
Right.
But when they break down the backstory, they talk about like that's not the song she was supposed to sing, and then these vocals, it got her
Yeah.
mixed up with her headphones and the music. And then now she looks like a fool for the
Right.
rest of her life because somebody in production screwed up.
Yeah, and that was the end. Have you ever heard of her since then?
No.
No, that's it.
But they didn't do that to Steve Harvey.
Why? What happened to Steve Harvey?
He was Steve Harvey always did the pageants, the Miss America pageants. And he announced the winner as the wrong winner. He announced the second place girl as the winner, and the first place girl didn't win.
Right.
And then they went back there like, "Hey, you announced the wrong winner." And then he had to go back and say, "I'm sorry, you didn't win. She won," in front of all of America to see.
Right.
And then when they talked to him about it, he was like, "They told me the wrong winner." And then everybody blame it on me. He was like, they gave me the cards in the prompter. It said that girl won.
Right.
And then, but everybody's like, oh my God, Steve Harvey. That's
Steve
so
Harvey,
embarrassing.
How dare you?
This poor girl thought she won. And then y'all had to take it away from her on stage.
Yeah, and then the other girl's like, ugh.
Oh, no, she was so happy. She was like, ah. She hugged her like, I'm sorry, but like, I'm the one who actually won.
Right, we can both win.
We can both win, but I'm going to have the crown and that
Right.
part.
Yeah,
But we can both stand up here if
I'll
you want.
still be Miss America for a year.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. So this past week I went and did my driver's test or my written test so I can get my license here in Ohio,
Right.
and it was such a mess. It was so ghetto in there. It's ridiculous. I was like, oh my God, like people get so crazy in the DMV. It's a place where people go and act a fool. And I get it. You're waiting in long lines. You're around all these different people. So I can understand like why people get upset. Why it's a place where people get riled up. But let's start off with, I passed the test. I'm sitting there, Kirk. Oh my God. I'm sitting there taking this test. And they tell you how many questions you got wrong and how many you only can get 11 wrong
Right.
out of 40. And they tell you like you got this many wrong. So I'm answering these questions and I look at the test and I have like 12 or 13 questions left and I already got 9 wrong. I was like, oh no. I was like,
got 3 more
I had my
chances.
hands on my face like, oh my God, I can't get So then I kept going. And I just literally had to pay attention to the questions.
Yeah.
Because I rushed through tests. I don't study for
It's
them.
pretty much common sense stuff. It's not like they're trying to
Right.
trick you.
But I rush through tests. I don't study for them, and I'm just like, I'll just pick C or I'll just rush through it. But sometimes that don't work out for me.
Right.
And so once I got close, I was like, okay, let me focus on the questions. So then I focused on the questions, and then I went through and I didn't get any more wrong. And I was excited. When I got up from taking the test, it was this Asian girl, and she comes up to me. She barely spoke English, and she say, you passed? And I was like, yeah, I think I passed. And she was like, oh, give me a hug. And she want to give me a hug. She was so happy. Like, I passed too. And she had her phone out, and it translated like whatever the screen said on her phone. So she like took a picture of the screen on her phone, and it translated in English from what the screen said. And then the lady, she looked over at us. She said, Carmen, you passed. Such and such, you passed. And then we were super happy about it. And then I was like, come on, we have to go next door. Because she didn't know what to do. And her husband was like, come on, we got to go next door. And she was super excited. Isn't that crazy? Like, look, give me a hug, girl. We both passed together.
Yeah.
It's like, what if I would have not passed?
Yeah.
And the lady say it in front of everybody who passed and who didn't.
Right.
She's like, Carmen, you
failed.
passed or you didn't pass. You have to come back next time.
Yeah.
Like, damn. So I pass, and then I go next door to, take the picture and get my temporary until I take the driving test. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, it's probably 5 people. You have to come up, take a ticket, all that. I'm sitting there, and it's this Indian couple that goes up to the teller, and I guess she didn't understand what they were trying to tell her, and she thought that they were charging her more money. And she was like, this is not correct, this is not fair. She was cussing them out so bad, it took like 3 managers to come in there and explain to her, listen, ma'am, you paid for this last time. This is what it's like. The DMV is pretty straightforward.
Right.
You paid for this or you didn't.
Cost this much and this cost this much.
This cost this much. But she felt like she got the wrong information, which is possible. But like her husband was like, oh my God, like, can you stop? Like, stop. Like, he's trying to speak for her. She was not listening to her husband at all. She was like, and I thought that in those, like, in that culture, typically the women are a little more submissive to the guy, but she wasn't.
Right.
She was like, no, y'all trying to screw me over. And she was yelling at them so loud. I couldn't even hear my number being called. So I'm like, oh my God. So I'm trying to like look to see if they posting the numbers to, finally I got up there and I take my picture and all that and I get out of there. And that was nice. But I was like, oh my God.
Are you satisfied with your picture?
No. I look fat on my picture. Oh. Okay. I look like I feel like I look in the mirror and I don't look the way.
Because you go like this. You get that mirror face. You suck in your
No, I don't
jowls,
suck in anything.
You know, you straighten
I don't
your
suck
neck
in
a little
anything.
bit.
I don't straighten up. I just look in the mirror. When I look in the mirror, I don't look the same way I do on a picture.
Right.
So maybe I got body dysmorphia. I'm seeing myself, and maybe that's not how I look.
Right.
So I got to lose 12 pounds, like, quickly. Let's start with that first, because I feel like I could do 12 in a month. Right. And that's the goal. In the next month and a half. Next month and a half, I'm going to try to lose like 12 pounds.
Right.
And then once I lose 12 pounds, I can like keep up and like lose another couple pounds here. I can slowly do it. Or I might gain a 12 back.
Right.
So if I get in the mode of eating different, it's hard for me to eat different when I cook for a living. It's like what I'm supposed to eat after working a day like that. Salad.
Yeah.
Then I used all the energy in my body, and then I'm supposed to refuel with lettuce.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Well,
that's
not lettuce. Lettuce is just basically water, but you can have like other stuff.
No, but what you can't put salad dressing on it.
Okay.
That's the problem. You got to eat salad with no dressing. Oh my God, I just got that balsamic vinegar too.
Right.
Oh my God, it's so stressful. Losing weight is stressful. I've never had to do it, but now I have to. And I just wanted to let you know, on the way home, you told me, hey, we have about 10 onions in there now because you bought onions and I bought onions.
Right.
No, we have about 15 onions in there now because you bought a lot of onions and I already bought a bag of onions.
Right.
Now we got like 13, 14 onions.
Okay. What about it?
Oh my God, you're the worst with shopping sometimes.
I'm not though. Okay, so
I mean, it's gonna last for a while.
I take you to work this morning, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make myself a nice breakfast. You know, so I go to the store. I get some mushrooms. I get a steak, and I was like, I get some onions too. So I get some onions, but I didn't want to. I'm looking at the line, and you know,
you don't want to put the onions on a little thing and have to
scale it, and you know.
So you just buy a bag.
So I bought the bag
13.
that has the price tag on it. Yeah. Yes, that's exactly what I did. I bought the bag with the price tag on it. Yeah. Well, and then I was like, well, it was a big bag of onions too.
I know, I see them. It's like we don't even got nowhere to put that many onions.
And then I walk in the door, and then I put the onions on the thing, and then the weird thing is, like, before I walked in, I knew exactly where I was going to put these onions.
Yeah.
You know why? Probably because I saw that there were other onions there, and it was in my head. And then I look at it, and then there was another bag of onions that you bought. So now we got 2 bags of onions.
Yeah, because I typically buy onions.
Right.
I typically buy produce stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get it. But the problem is with that is you don't write a list.
No.
If you wrote
I don't
a list,
need a list.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't need a list.
If you don't have a list, then you get a bag of 13 onions.
Right. But I know that I need them.
But it's the same thing you did with those Thai chilies. You didn't want to get a few chilies, so you just got the whole container, so you didn't have to stand in line longer.
Right.
Kirk, you have to deal with standing in line at the grocery store. Why is the grocery store so hard for you?
I can't do it, man. There's just so many other things that I'd rather be doing
than the grocery store?
Standing at the grocery store. It's the worst.
You get in, you get out. You be in there so
I
quick.
can't deal with it. It's just
I go there, I hang out. I'm on my phone listening to YouTube.
It's-
I'm hanging out.
it's so crowded. Everybody's so angry. Prices are ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, so people are pissed off about how much everything costs now.
Yeah.
They're looking at the prices. They're all like, "Oh, this is this much. This is this much." You constantly hear it.
Right.
You know, and then like you wait in line. There's
And
nobody
everybody,
working.
people are standing in front of things longer because they're trying to find the cheapest.
They're trying to
price.
find the cheaper one. You know, there's nobody working.
Right.
You know, there's
So-
like one register with a person,
Yeah.
and then they've got both the self scan, but you gotta do this and do. It's just enough. We before New Year's Eve, you wanted to get some brandies, and there's
Oh my God.
there's like a little lady that works at the Kroger,
Yeah.
and she's kind of she's not like a very good looking lady, kind of like
She looks like a hobbit.
she's like a troll, yeah. Like kind of
Okay, this is me. She was dealt bad cards.
yeah.
Which sucks because like certain jobs she can't get because of how she looks.
Right.
Like even at my
But
job.
she can be the face of Kroger. That's okay.
That's what I'm saying. So like that's her sanctuary. So you can't even be like, you know.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I guarantee you, if anybody ever walked into that Kroger and then they're like, "Oh, there's the troll lady," that they're talking about, like, you're gonna know exactly who it is once you see her. Anyway, she's probably a really cool lady. Bad cards, like you said, but I didn't want to go over there.
Well, I don't think she's that cool. I just think she was dealt bad cards. You didn't want to go over there and deal with her.
I didn't want to deal with her. So there was like 2 registers open, right? And we go to the one because all the groceries were like already scanned. I was like, oh, it's gonna be quick and easy, you know.
Oh my God, Kurt.
So we go and we put our stuff on the belt. The belt is so dirty. That was the most disgusting like grocery belt I've ever seen.
Well, who do you think cleans them?
I would think that like
Someone does.
somebody would come in with a rag and just like hold it as it goes, you know.
I don't think they do.
Not there, clearly. Oh man. So we're
You hung up on how dirty the belt is already. You can,
it's so gross. I was looking at it. I was like, I hate that Kroger to begin with. You
Yeah.
know? And we're there, and
because it's just I don't know why it's such a mess there, but it just
it just is. It's just that place. I don't
is,
know.
and that's not even from customers. Like they're not cleaning it either.
Yeah, it's all around bad. And they're looking at the receipt of this lady. This lady's got the receipt, and they're trying to find some item that wasn't covered on something that she got or something. I don't know. Something costs too much.
No, I told you. So it's some type of government or state program. I don't know if it's state or city wide program, but it's similar to EBT. I'm not sure what it is. I was talking to one of the girls at work, and she's seen it before too, but she doesn't know exactly what it is. But it's some type of individual state or city like vouchers they give you, and with this voucher, it's just for food, and but you can't get certain things. So-
She had a couple items on there
that's not covered
that
under
weren't covered by
the
whatever.
voucher. Yeah, it's
whatever
like a
she
voucher
had.
or something.
And so they're trying to figure out. So they'll look through this, and then they'll scan something. So nothing's getting bagged. It's all just like at the end of the way. And this lady had some stank.
She smelled extremely bad.
So bad. She smelled the worst I've ever smelled anybody
And
from
she-
6 feet away.
And her son was touching stuff. She looked over at him. She said, "Can you stop before I beat your ass in this store?"
Maybe before I beat your ass in the store. And
Like, the girl smelled so bad.
Yeah.
And Kirk was in front of me. I was trying to hide behind Kirk.
yeah, so I can just sponge up the smell.
Yeah,
you know.
because you're the one who decided to go in
Yeah.
that aisle. So you put
But
me
it
in
looked like a good decision to go into that aisle because all the things are there. I'll be right there, and then they'll go boop boop, and then we're done. We're out the store, in and out, just like I want. But no, This stinky lady's gotta look for things on her receipt.
And I was hiding behind you the whole time because the smell was like, I was getting.
It was so bad. And then this old lady, like right whenever I was about to like make the jump, you know, because I'm gonna stick. I made this choice. I'm gonna sit in it for a minute. You know,
The smell was so bad. I couldn't take it. It was only about you. We had about at the most about 4 more minutes before I lost it. I was like trying so hard, but then I started like rubbing my head. Then I started working myself up, and I'm like,
the smell of this woman was so bad, and she her clothes were clean. Like
they look clean.
they look clean. Like she looked put together.
It just looked like it smelled like
Just
she doesn't
smelled like
clean
she just
herself.
didn't
Like,
clean herself, yeah. And then this old lady like comes up behind us and traps us in the way, right? Like
she didn't trap us because in about 4 minutes I was going to be like, "Excuse me, now you deal with this, girl."
yeah. And so she's behind us, and then I was done. You know, but then the lady, and then I didn't want to talk to the old lady and be like, "Hey, lady, get us out of here." You know, so I was just like,
Think about the poor cashier.
yeah.
How
And
she
the
felt.
bag, and the bag girl.
Okay, but that lady would have knocked both of them out. She was a big girl. That's the problem. Like, she had an attitude on her.
Yeah.
She was already not happy because she
Right.
got this voucher. She can't get all the things.
Right.
Because like I told you on EBT, with food stamps, you can get cheese and potatoes.
Right.
So it's a different voucher
Yeah,
that she
something else.
has. And I just don't know what it is. But
Yeah, I don't know. And you'd think she had weed socks, so you would think that she would be like a cool lady. But she was mean.
you looked this lady up and down. You just couldn't figure out what
I
was
had
going
to figure
on.
the whole thing out. I had to soak it in. But
You did soak it in. You soaked the.
soaked in that smell.
We
yeah.
got in the car and Kirk smelled like her.
Yeah. I had to drive home with the windows down.
No, it wasn't that bad, but still, it's funny because we were just having that conversation. I was talking to you about Walmart yesterday, and it's the same thing. Like all these people, like Walmart put out a statement or something like that, like they lost billions within the last year from theft. And they were having this conversation like they didn't realize Walmart made. I'm like, it's Walmart's everywhere. They make billions of dollars, but they were saying that they lost like $1 billion over the last year since the pandemic from theft. And it's like, what people were going on there, and they're like, well, they hired the customer as workers. Like we have to bag our own groceries. So what are you expecting to happen? Like they don't have workers anymore, and people are starting to get tired of bagging their own groceries. Like you starting to see like little comments here and there where people will make comments on a website under their stuff.
Well, I think that it wouldn't be such an issue if they had a different like setup, because every place where you have to like scan your own stuff, they give you like the one little thing, and there's not enough room on the place to put your stuff.
And then if you don't put all your stuff over there, they'll say put the thing back
in the thing. Yeah.
Put it back in the bagging area.
So
And
it's
like,
not. It's set up for like a quick and easy like
Right.
scan. But somebody who has 100 items, they got to go to the one register that's actually working.
But before the pandemic, that was used for specific. Like I remember before the pandemic, going to Walmart and they would say like this many items or less.
Right.
So like it was designed for a quick and easy trip.
Yeah.
But then after the pandemic, when a lot of workers didn't come back to work and all this stuff, now they're using it as regular checkouts, and it just makes everybody irritated all over again because they're like, I'm about to steal this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy out there.
But it's also crazy to think that you can have hundreds of thousands or millions of people coming through your store and they're checking themselves out and not stealing. It's like, how do you think that was going to work out?
Yeah.
Like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah. Just the honor system.
Yeah, you can't have that many people on the honor system. I have
Everyone.
everyone on the honor system.
You can have everybody do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had this friend that I worked with in Portland, and she said, I ain't gonna lie, I like to steal at the self checkout. I was like, why? And she was like, I don't know, I just like to do it. She's like, I don't steal big stuff, but like I'll steal a candy bar or something. I'm like, why do you like to do that? She was like, because I can just get away with it.
Tastes better. Yeah.
Yeah, stolen candy tastes better. Not
Secret
to me,
ingredient is crime. Yeah, you go to like a Home Depot or a Lowe's.
I feel like they watch you more there though.
Yeah, they're looking at you, but like you can keep your stuff in the cart because they give you a gun,
Right.
and you just go beep 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 beep. You could miss a scan,
Yo, definitely.
you know, like
Like, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's pretty funny. Well, thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Sweet Gravy Podcast. If you have any questions or suggestions, please go to Sweet Gravy. Oh, shit.
pod.
sweetgravypod@gmail.com. You can also check us out on YouTube and every other streaming platform.
Thank you. Bye bye.
I think as many times as I've done